Hey y'all, what's up? It's Braylon from WineDownWithToni. Y'all can follow me on my social media accounts. Facebook, Braylon Hammond. Instagram, Laham, LAH_HAM. Snapchat, Demarcus 2x, DEMARKUS 2X. Thank you.
Does anybody want some wine?
Does anybody want some wine? Does anybody want some wine? Does anybody want some wine?
I don't know why I'm nervous.
I don't know why you're nervous either.
What's up, y'all? Wine Down with Tony episode. I'm nervous as fuck. What's up, y'all? Wine Down with Tony episode 7. I'm trying to make sure I put the right fingers up. Episode 7. Our special guest for this episode is none other than. What do you want me to call you? I can call you Braylon. Okay, is Braylon. Everybody clap.
Oh, you got the name wrong. It's actually Braylon though.
Oh, my bad.
It's
Braylon.
all good.
Sorry. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, no problem.
I wanted to bring you on to talk about something, a really good topic I wanted to talk about, but I needed a guy. Like, I needed a heterosexual guy to come on and talk about this with me. But first, let's get into the wine. So, I went in the liquor store again, because I'm always going in the liquor store, because... Kiana finna be my showrunner, okay? She finna be my showrunner. She in the audience talking about some, no, you gotta do the mental check-in first. No. We gonna start out with the wine. So this is Stella Rosa Golden Honey Peach. This is a new one. I was in the liquor store for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what'll be the best wine. So I think this one's gonna be good.
Good choice.
And so this is a screw off, so we don't need a corkscrew. But we gonna open this up. Hold up, cause I was shaking it just a little bit. All right, I'll pour yours up.
Thanks.
So how have you been? How's the house?
The house is actually pretty good.
The house is pretty good.
Yeah, we're in the process, moving out, getting ready to deploy to Korea.
Yeah, y'all going to Korea, right?
Yeah. Yup.
Wow. You went the last time, didn't you?
Nah, I've actually never been deployed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you didn't go last time?
Well, I'm from Louisiana, and I was in the National Guard, so, I got out of the National Guard because I wanted to become active duty, so did that around 2018, end of 2018, and actually, I want to say y'all came back in August, if you did go on a career rotation.
September, October.
And I got here in November, the end of November, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
so you
I
weren't
just
here
missed
yet.
it. Yep, just missed it.
All right. Taste the wine. Tell me what you think or whatever. Are you nervous?
A little.
You get.
I ain't never been in front of a camera, so.
It's you get used to it. After you get another glass of wine, you'll be feeling it. You'll be good. So.
This is my eyes.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all.
I think that one better than the black.
I don't know, cause the black got a unique taste.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I told y'all in the last video. Is this a Moscato? Cause they all just seem to taste the fucking same to me. Like, I can't taste the difference in this one.
Really?
Now, it's some Stella Roses I can taste the difference in, like the platinum, the watermelon, obviously, the peach. But like for this one, what is this one? Golden Honey Peach. I really can't taste the difference.
No, I can't really say like I taste the flavor, but it's definitely smooth and it's definitely sweet.
Yeah, it is. I guess I'm just so used to drinking Stella all the time. So, before we move on, so now it's time for the mental check-in. So, Braylon, tell me what's going on in your head mentally. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Honestly, like, tell the people. The people want to know.
I'm away from home,
What part of Louisiana are you from?
Opelousas.
That's by Alexandria, right?
It's an hour away from Alexandria.
Okay.
For a more local place like Lafayette, it's like maybe 30 minutes away from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Okay. I think we talked about this because my dad's from Marksville.
Yeah, I know what that's at. It's like an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the area.
All right. Yeah, so how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Like, no offense, I don't like Georgia.
What you don't like about Georgia?
Well, maybe it's just Hinesville.
Yeah.
It's
maybe it's just Hinesville.
And I I don't just up and just like jump up and roll, and like Atlanta's like 4 hours away, so yeah, so I mean Savannah, but Savannah get played out real quick.
Yeah, it do get played out real quick.
It's kind of like a fake Bourbon Street, I want to call it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's what it kind of
Bourbon
reminded
Street.
me of. It's like a knockoff Bourbon Street.
Yeah, it really is, and like you go in the clubs, you can't take the drink out of the club, whereas at Bourbon, you go down Bourbon and Canal all night, you can, the bars are like open,
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, Bourbon Street is the place to be. But you still didn't answer my question. On a scale from 1 to 10, how are you doing?
I'm not the type of person to complain. I'm trying to be more positive,
Yeah.
I want to say I'm at about maybe a 7 or an 8, and reason being, I just got back from Ranger School, and
You went to...
yeah, I went to Ranger School, and I actually didn't make it, being big-headed, and things of that nature, and like not passing it, and then coming back, I was kind of disappointed in myself, but it humbled me a lot. So I'm going back during career, whenever that may be, and I'm gonna get it this time. I'm not leaving without it. So
That's big though. Like I understand. Like
Dedication.
you feel bad. Like anybody would feel bad if they went and wanted to do something and didn't complete it. But
yeah,
you have to be like selected to go to the school, right?
Yeah,
So like you like above your peers right now. Like you were selected to go to Ranger School.
yeah, you can
That's
say that.
that's dope to me. But I
appreciate
understand where you're coming from.
it. Yeah, so I mean, I'm good now. I just have to just look at the positive side. Just keep working out. Keep my head straight. Keep stay focused and whatnot, and just just be humble this time, and just now I have a step ahead of everybody. I actually know what to expect. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock it out.
What
this time.
what was the most difficult part?
The school is actually not hard. It's just a mental thing. I was physically in shape, but the mental aspect, of it is just you just have to just fight through everything, But it's a passable school,
Yeah.
It's a passable school. You just have to just pay attention to details. That's all it is. Just pay attention to details, and just keep a positive attitude, teamwork and whatnot, and you'll make it through.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, no problem.
That was so
Yes,
interesting
Ranger
to
School,
me.
for those who don't
Ranger
know.
School is. Can you explain it to them?
Basically, it's it's a 62-day course. It's actually 3 phases, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Benin phase, Mountain phase, and Florida phase. And the part I failed is called Rap Week, which is the hardest week which is the hardest part of the school. It's a Ranger Fitness Assessment, CWSA, which is the part I didn't make it in. I want to say it's land nav, and then a 12-mile ruck in under 3 hours. So once you pass that, you're good to stay at the school, and it's just all about not quitting, just giving it your all, to make it through and get your tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's just say everybody in the Army ain't a Ranger. Okay, it's difficult. Everybody. So that's the distinct difference.
What's
in that.
that 12-mile record 3 hours?
Yeah.
Damn.
So for me mentally, where am I mentally? On a scale from 1 to 10, I think I'm good right now. I kind of sounded like really like unsure.
You
I'm
should
good.
be, though. You should be though, because like you getting away from here, like.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like so excited about, because I'm getting to leave here. This is my first duty station. I don't know what to compare it to, so for me it wasn't all that bad. But to know that I'm going to Europe now, like I'm going overseas, and I'm going to be around all these different countries and different people, I'm excited, because I love Korea too so much. And so on a scale from 1 to 10, mentally, I would say right now I'm about an 8. I'm just getting my shit ready to go, and I'm ready to get the fuck over there.
I'm happy for you.
So
Like,
I appreciate it.
I feel like if your first duty station is Stewart, I feel like if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
That's what
Like,
everybody
it's gonna
saying.
only get easier.
Yeah.
I've heard like nothing but like good things about you. Like you picked up. You're E5 now. Like heard you excellent at your job. Like great. I mean,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
me
you.
meeting you for the first time, like when we first met, when I first got here, amongst everybody, like you was a person I was like, yeah, like I can gravitate to dude, like he real real cool as hell. Like
I appreciate it.
he would just
Thank
like
you.
settle, like just settle and just he ain't have to do too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's a good
Keyword, do
Too much.
too much if you're watching and you know who you is. But we won't go
The shade.
there. But we're gonna move into the topic. So y'all know I never tell my what is wrong with my talking today? Y'all know I never tell my guests what they're coming on for until they get on the show because I want the most authentic answers from them. So the topic today is homophobia. So I wanted to talk about homophobia because I wanted to get a heterosexual guy's perspective because I can understand certain things, but it's difficult for me to understand everything because I'm not heterosexual, so I'm trying to understand what the breakdown is between the LGBT community and just people who are homophobic in general. More what am I trying to say? Usually heterosexual black men. We just don't call out the elephant in the room. I know that you have a few gay friends, and it's not an issue for you
at all.
But how was that? How did you get to that point to where it was okay for you to vibe and be around anybody?
Well, first off, like I'm the type of person I don't judge at all. Like whatever a person shows me, first impression, like I go with that. I'm all about second chances. People make mistakes, and for me, I'm like people gonna be people. Like I don't give a fuck. Like do you live your life? Cause like I'm not the one to judge. I got my flaws and whatnot. So just cause I'm straight and you're gay, like that doesn't make you less of a man than me.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
like, just gotta just keep it real, like 100, and then like most people who like be homophobic and all of that shit, they really be the main ones, doing shit.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Yeah, and like I mean that's their choice, to do that, but it's like then you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm like this, but then I'm doing this to people, like making people feel worse, like that's not cool at all, because I mean, yeah.
How was that growing up for you though? So were you exposed to a lot of gay people in your childhood?
Actually no, like not at all. I mean I have everybody has a couple of people in their family that are, but nah, actually like I wasn't at all until like so I wasn't exposed to like really anybody gay. They had people in high school, whatnot, things of that nature, but so I went to AIT, and my homeboy Dale, like I didn't know of him at the I knew of him at the time. My mistake. I knew of him, but like we didn't talk, we didn't conversate, nothing. So I was in National Guard. I went back home. He stayed active duty, and like so what the Army is, like once we leave, everybody just following each other on social media and whatnot, Instagram, Facebook, everything, and I'm like, I know dude, I'm like, let me follow him and shit, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I didn't know he was gay at the
yeah,
time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I'm like, shit, I'm like, fuck it,
yeah,
so
it was whatever.
Yeah, so like I seen him posting like in 2017, I seen him posting like videos of like him being in Korea or whatnot. I'm like, hey man, like I remember you such and such, like I think I want to go active duty, I'm starting the process. So long story short, started the process. Took me a year, and I'm like, hey, where you at? You at Stewart, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm headed that way. I got orders. He's like, all right, cool. Let me know when you get here.
What a coincidence!
What a coincidence!
My God.
But it gets better though. So I get there, and I let him know I'm there and whatnot. And he was like, well, let me know whenever you get out of reception, And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, so I let him know where I was going. 164. It was JCO at the time. Now it's HCO. So he was like, damn. He was like, that's where I'm at. Small world. So,
small world.
And then from there, like, it's my brother, man. Like,
yeah,
I go to war for him.
Yeah. That's good. That's an interesting dynamic too. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Sometimes I wish I had a heterosexual friend, and I used to a heterosexual male friend, and I used to a lot before I met Marcus because I felt like nobody could like really truly relate to like male experiences for me because I would always hang around with a lot of females, and I still do. But now being in the army, like people are more open minded and more accepting. So I hang around more heterosexual males now. So, but I wouldn't call them my friends, but. Y'all relationship, y'all dynamic is very special. I respect it, and I wish I could see more of that. Yeah,
because it's like people, people had their assumptions, and it's just like, bro, you can think what you want. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, cause I'm not about to like. That's one thing about me. Like, I never act different. Like, especially like when I come around new people.
We
like,
can
I
come
don't.
to that.
Yeah, like
he said he never act different.
I don't, and I can attest to that. Like anybody who hang around me, like that's just who I am. Cause it's like I know what it feels like to be in an uncomfortable state.
Yeah.
And then to have somebody do that I care about, and it's like it just put like a bad weight on me, And I mean, I'm comfortable around him or whoever he bring around me, Like if I don't like it, then they'll know. Like I keep my distance, But other than that, like I ain't have no big major issues, So I'm good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but my God, I am
finished
tasting it now.
it.
It is really good. It is so good. I'm sorry, Stella Rosa. I really just was like, I don't taste nothing. I don't like it. Take it back. It is really good.
Take it back.
I'm trying to sip it slow though.
So my next question is, do you care about how people view you when they see you hanging around with Dale and they know he's gay?
Fuck no.
Do you think people
He
categorize
said what he said.
you as being gay for hanging around with them? How do you feel about that?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'ma live for me. Like, I could give a fuck what somebody think about me, say about me. Cause that's like, I've always had a problem with, somebody like, talking about me or like, people just saying hurtful things or whatnot, like, cause I actually still do have a low self-esteem, but, I'm working on that and whatnot. But, I mean, yeah, people, I know people think I am, like, I mean, I'm not, but, like, I don't care, you can think about what you want to think about me.
Yeah.
Cause at the end of the day, it's just like, and a lot of heterosexual dudes are like very like biased and very like judgmental and like, you know what I'm saying? And then like that's not cool, cause you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, regardless of what we like, we people.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
That's all it is. I never understood that. Like, I never understood why people were so hung up and so worried about what I do in the comfort of my bedroom and my personal life. That's always confusing.
Yeah, that should not matter. That should not matter. It's all about how
somebody
makes you feel.
It shouldn't matter at all.
But yeah, I mean, they can think what they want to think. Like, I don't care. Like people that brought it to my attention, like, why you hang out with them, why you do this and that and the third, and it's just like, man, like, like hanging around him, that's my comfort zone, and I'm not about to let nobody get me out of my comfort zone, because once you're out your comfort zone, like, shit just gonna collapse. It's not gonna go right.
You're absolutely right.
So, I mean,
So my next question is, what is your first impression of gay people? Because, like, when you see somebody who's gay, maybe you see a flamboyant guy, it's kind of like, oh, he's gay. It's a different reaction than seeing just a regular person walk down the street. So what's your first impression when you see gay people?
I mean, it don't bother me, because, I mean, like I said, like, I don't care. But, like, somebody being flamboyant, I don't know, I'll probably be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then, but then, like, after that, I'm like, oh, it is what it is. But, like, nah, it really don't, like, it don't mess with my mental state. But, yeah hell no.
Even me, and Marcus agrees, too. Like, I think a lot of people can agree. Like, when we do see a lot flamboyant gays, what the fuck going on over here? That's our first impression, honestly. But I have to retract my statement, because somebody else is thinking that about me too, so I try not to. But it's some stuff you just can't help. Like, when I see So that's kind of I'm on the same page too when I see like a flamboyant gay guy. But this is not flamboyant gay guy bashing, feminine gay bashing or whatever. This is just our personal experiences and reactions. So my next question for you is, would you mind if your son was gay? if your son was gay, what would you do? How would you prepare him for the world?
Is that the doorbell?
Yeah, that's the doorbell. Somebody said
With
the
that,
doorbell.
I mean, I'm actually not in that situation now, so like I'm just gonna like really base off of how I feel now. I mean, I feel like the most important thing about it is like, you know, love and support. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, that's your kid. You know, that's your child, and you know, if they don't have that support from you, then you know, like it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be hard for them. You know,
it is.
You know, they'll make it, but like they'll have that sense of like they'll be more at more, because it's like it's a lot of pressure. Like, and me being a straight guy, like, and me hanging around gay people is like, like I kind of can feel that pressure from them. You know, especially like when we go around other straight people, it's like it's like that sense of like, oh damn, like I can't say something, or like you know, like, and that's not cool. But I mean, as of now, like I'll be cool with it. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up there and say I'd be 100% agreeable with it. You know, I have questions to ask and like why you feel this way, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna just let him do him. You know, as long as he respects himself and me. Yeah,
self-respect.
Yeah,
self-respect.
Yeah. And I mean, whoever he chooses to be with, you know, like, you know, I'm gonna let him just the same. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Just the same.
To piggyback off of what you said, it's very important, parents, like, even if you don't understand, to just be there and support your child, because I did some stuff when I was little, you know, when I was young, and just coming out into myself that now I'm just kind of like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Sexual things, like all kind of stuff that I'm just kind of like, damn, like if I had the love and support, I wouldn't have to go find it anywhere else. I would have had the right guidance to help me through my teenage years, and I didn't. So if you hold up, y'all, because somebody at the door is being real aggressive on the doorbell.
Are you good? Are you handling it? If it's a little kid, don't cuss him out too much.
They should be negative and that like that.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling this was gonna be the topic, and I was ready for it.
Really?
And I wanted it to be. I actually wanted it to be. That's why I asked you. But I didn't want to be like, you know. But yeah, I kind of had an idea it was gonna be something like that, and like it needs to be talked about. You know.
I can't wait to see who the fuck was ringing the doorbell. That's who I want to see. For real.
She lucky she got up.
And I know it's another one. I think it's 3 of them.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
Who was that?
It was the moving people from next door, across the street.
Yeah,
they had the semi. They couldn't get past this Camaro.
Oh.
The semi.
God damn it. So my next question for you is: do you view gay men and gay women differently?
Negative.
Okay. Not at all.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Like, in what way? Negative,
like just in well, I guess you would say no, definitely, because I thought this was mine, because you just a no judgment person, like you accept everybody or whatever. But I guess what I know, the issue is lesbianism is okay, you know. 2 girls kissing in the back seat, you know. What Boosie said?
He said 2 red bones
kissing in the back seat, okay, and the box.
Period.
And you know, everybody go up for that, but but like, it's not the same across the board for gay men. Or whatever, so yeah, like nobody's saying that. Not even a gay rapper is saying that shit. Like, what? So yeah, that was my question. Like, cause there's definitely a double standard in society when it comes to gay women versus gay men. Cause I always see the bulldaggers, you know, and they film out in public.
What's
and
a bulldagger? We all call it like
a
different.
stud.
Yeah,
oh, stud.
Yeah, stud, bulldagger, dyke. A very masculine lesbian woman. You always see them out with their, expressing their love for each other, and it seems to be a little bit more acceptable. But when it comes to guys, it's not the same at all. So you don't view them differently at all.
I mean, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but like I feel like, first off, you know, a woman knows how to make a woman feel better than a guy does. You know, that's just facts.
But my question is,
no, I'm getting into it though.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, why you just don't date a dude? Like, if she wanna be a dude, why you just don't date a dude? Like,
yeah,
you know, like that's my only question.
I understand what you're saying.
You know, I mean,
But then some people would say, because me, I like masculine, and a lot of people would ask a dude that I date, well, why won't you just go get a girl if you're gonna date a guy who do all this and do all that? But I definitely understand what you're
but
coming
you're
from.
not though. Like, you're not like. You talking about like being like flamboyant? You're not flamboyant to me. Nah. But I understand what you're getting at. Like, why you just don't like? I mean,
Yeah.
like he's gay. Like that's not the same. Because you're not like.
You're not wearing long fingernails with the
Yeah.
long wigs and the
Because
earrings.
you
the
got
high
you
heels.
like
You're taken care of, but not in a feminine way.
like I don't know if you ever heard the term like metrosexual. Like
Yeah, I
like
heard
you're just
metrosexual.
very like you know
Oh, you think
intact
I'm
with like
metrosexual?
you know what like
I would assure you, I'm homo. No,
like
I understand what you're saying.
yeah, like you just very like you know intact with like with your image and how you know how you present yourself. Like you know like you don't really I know you are just by being your friend. But like, I just can't like walk down the street and look at you and be like, oh well, he gay.
You can't.
You can't do that.
Can
to
y'all?
people. You can't do that
Yes,
to people.
y'all can.
No, you can't. You cannot do that to people.
You can't do that to everybody, but I'm saying for me, you know.
Yeah.
I got a stank ass.
I'm telling you. Nah.
And a regular.
It's the same with Marcus though. Marcus,
It
you
is.
can't tell.
You can't
Well,
tell
yeah,
unless
with Marcus, I can't tell.
y'all don't.
No.
Yeah, if y'all
It's
don't
the
want
same,
them to
I
know,
believe.
you won't know.
Trust me.
That's
Now once we get to talking and this and that, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he gay. Yeah.
I guarantee
He
you,
on that
if we were to like go out to like a place, like more women would be attracted to you, because first off, well, like it's kind of hard for a yellow person, I ain't even seen cool.
Kind of hard for a yellow person to get
like,
played.
Yeah, like like
Just
light skin,
chill.
they ain't feeling the light skin no more, but
Not right now.
like
We don't even feel ourselves. Like, we can't hang out with other mixed people.
Yeah,
It don't work
just-
that way.
Kiana said, not right now. We're not feeling in light skins right now.
Yeah. But just me being who I am, like I'm not very like I'm approachable, but just by the way I look, like I always have like a mug. But like with you, like you're very outspoken, you're very like nice and whatnot. So
I understand what y'all saying.
Yeah.
I understand what y'all saying though.
so like you can't really go off of the way people dress.
Yeah.
Again, like you can't.
But I do want to piggyback off of something that we mentioned earlier, like in the gay community, how there's every time, because I'm on dating apps, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with y'all. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for a one night stand, okay, safely. But a lot of times in the bios, what you'll see is no fats, no femmes, or mask for mask, or femme for femme, and it's just kind of like I'm so over all of the. I know people are into what they're into, but it's. I just want to say to y'all, it's so annoying to get on y'all page and see y'all say no fats and no femmes and all that bullshit. Just don't fucking post it, okay?
Yeah.
And that was that on that. I'm done ranting. Yeah. What's my next question for you? Do you have any questions from the audience members? Because I'm out of questions.
Would you feel offended if a gay man hit on you?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
But, so, has a gay man ever hit on you? How did you feel when it happened?
Yeah, it put me in an uncomfortable level because it's like I don't want a guy looking at me like that. But I mean, but you can't control. You can't control people. You can only control what you can.
Yeah.
And it's just like, as long as you don't step out of line and be disrespectful, like with it, like like once I give you that vibe, like, hey,
Yeah, I'm
like,
not feeling it.
like you need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Then like,
Aggressive.
then it go, but like if you like keep trying consistently and you
Now
know,
you're just
like
being
that's like
disrespectful.
it just, I'm not gonna get mad. It's just like I'm just not gonna respect you.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah.
like that's one thing. Like I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like same. So yeah, like but like a lot of gay dudes, like just
And you just be like, nah,
and I mean like it just happens so much. It's just like
yeah, it don't it don't phase you that
We're
much.
also
I just be like yeah okay.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Okay, man, that's a good question.
That was a great question.
Damn, Mia, light my ass up. No.
What else?
What's next? What's next?
What's next? I ran out of questions. I'm embarrassed right now.
No. I'm trying to think.
Ask what y'all want, man.
Wow.
Like, ask what y'all want. I don't care.
I don't know. I just think I appreciate men like you. I
Yeah.
do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I appreciate men like you.
You know, you got one life to live, and like, you know, worried about what other people think like that. Trust me, it gets old.
Yeah.
It get real old. So, I mean, I'm gonna do me regardless. Like, you know.
Yeah, that's that New Orleans, not New Orleans. That's that Louisiana.
Yeah.
They gonna do them regardless.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
But
Big
being
time.
from Louisiana's already so open.
Yeah.
Like, you
yeah.
get so many people from so different places.
Mm,
What's that face about?
I wouldn't really say that. Like, just period being down south is hard.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
hard.
yeah.
It's hard. Like, you know, and it just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know. Everywhere you're gonna have your pros and your cons.
They're prejudiced down south more than up north.
Yeah,
Definitely.
of course, you know. So, yeah.
All right. Since that's it, I guess we can end the show. Thank you for coming on. I really do
No
appreciate
problem. I
it
appreciate
a lot.
you.
I read the mark anyway.
If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share this video. Please tell me what y'all thought about the comments we made. Don't forget that we are also available on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify, and now we're available on Amazon Music as well. So make sure y'all subscribe to those platforms as well. And when you, sorry, that wine's still sitting on my palate. When you listen on the actual podcast platforms, you get the mic quality, which is a little bit more better. But I know we have more visual people who like, you know, the YouTube video. But yeah, you have choices, you know, with Wine Down with Toni. So yeah, and yeah, see y'all later.